Shannon, what did Ty Lue mean by agendas?
I don't know what he really meant. I know they're not playing defense. That's what he should have said. They're not playing defense at all, Skip. I mean,
he started with that, but then he went to the offense. But go ahead.
They're sharing the ball,
Yep.
but Isaiah can't buy a bucket. 0-10 again, Skip. Remember the other night he was 0 for at the half. That's not 0 for, I think he's 0 for 18 in the first half of the last 2 ball games. Kevin Love, and that's the thing with Kevin. Kevin can be great some games. Some games he'll give you 31 and 18.
Yep.
And then I thought Santa was supposed to bring you things for Christmas. He took Kevin Love's game. Does he still play for the Cavaliers? Skip, JR hasn't been right in a while. Now, he went through something last year with the his daughter being born prematurely. He got the big contract. He broke the wrist. He missed some games. He came back. And we know JR is not going to shoot a high percentage, Skip, because he's going to take off-balance shots. He's going to take a lot of threes. He's going to shoot the ball late in the shot clock. So I don't expect him. But I do expect him to play better than what I've seen over the last year and a half. Jay Crowder, all of a sudden, he can't buy a bucket. He was a great spot-up corner shooter when he was with the Celtics. And he could play lockdown D. He doesn't play any D. I mean, I know you're going to talk about LeBron's plus-minus, but when you go over, I know you're going to talk about it.
I didn't even write it down. I swear, you could, Joy. You can just check
Joy can't read that, man. Joy can't read that.
I only care about his minus. I don't care about the plus. But go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're going to have a minus. When one guy at the half go 0 for 10, another guy go 1 for 4, another guy goes 1 for 3. Yeah, you're going to be minus 22. But look at him. At the first half, he was 6 of 10. The rest of the starters, 9. The rest of the team was 9 of 24. What am I supposed to do with that, Skip? LeBron doesn't have an agenda. He's the only guy that's on that roster that has nothing left to prove. You don't think teams would line up if the season ended today and LeBron was a free agent? You think, oh, man, I don't know if LeBron still got it. He's still averaging 27, 9, and 8. The only person that really has something to prove is who, Skip? Isaiah. He's the only one. Kevin Love's under contract for another year, 2 years. JR's under contract for 2 years. Jay Crowder's under contract for 2 years. Kevin Love got another year after this. So I don't really get what Ty Lue was trying to say. But how about they got out-rebounded 65-35, 18-9 on the offensive end. That means if you get out-rebounded by almost 30, that means on some occasions you gave up multiple, at least 4 cracks on the offensive end, Skip. You can't get out-rebounded by this much and it just be on the defensive end of the on the court. I watched them. They weren't playing. I mean, they try and close out. And when they close out, Skip, it's like they nail to the floor. They don't try to they don't shuffle their feet. Kevin Love, guy, I mean, I didn't even know this guy. You get that rebounded by 28 with no Ibaka. The second best player, Kyle Lowry, didn't even play. And you get beat by this? What am I supposed to do with this, Skip? But I ain't worried. LeBron will get it going. I'm sure LeBron had a closed-door meeting, let him know that he was very disappointed in their play. And that's not good enough if you want to play with me. Now, I'm going to make some moves, and a lot of people are not going to be happy with the moves I'm about to make. But I'm about to shake some things up.
Some people are going to be gone.
Of course.
Some people are going to be added.
Yep.
Some tall people.
Yep. And you won't be kiki kid like you are right now? Nope. But your day coming.
So is it about time? Because it was just about this time last year at New Orleans. It was just before we went to the Super Bowl. Remember this? I don't have enough help. I don't have enough help. Remember the LeBron speech? It's about time for I don't have enough help, right? Yes, you're making it for him already.
No. So let me ask you this, Skip. You like the way Isaiah, you like the way Kevin Love, JR, and Jay Crowder's playing. You're telling me with that, the way they're playing right now, that's on LeBron?
I didn't love Isaiah when they acquired him, and I've been consistent about that. He's not going to help that much. Obviously, none on defense. He might subtract from what has become the worst defense in pro basketball. This is worse than Sacramento's defense. I'm sorry, because to your point,
statistically they're not.
But
3
straight games of 127 or more.
Yes.
And last night was just the all-time debacle where it's just over from the start. You could just see it. And silly me, I really thought, because LeBron has owned that team in the postseason, and if you subtract Kyle Lowry, as you point out, and Andy Ibaka, it just should be a walkover for LeBron and company. And obviously he needs some help. But to go into Toronto and just get obliterated from the tip-off, where it was just over right away. Didn't you just see?
Yes.
It's over.
Yes.
They don't want to play tonight, and Toronto really, really wanted to play. And the stunning stat to me was Toronto's bench, which is much better than it was last year, which makes them a little more viable this year. It outscored Cleveland's bench 76-48. Oh, that's almost 30 right there.
Right.
Okay? So,
but
now,
we'll take that from our bench. We'll take 48 points from. If you get 48 points from your bench on a nightly basis, Skip, I guarantee you, every team in the NBA would take that.
Yeah.
But you can't give up 73 to the other team's bench.
You cannot. And you can't get out-rebounded 63-35. It's just horrendous. And LeBron James can't just have 3 rebounds. I'm sorry, he just can't. He's just better than that. At least Kevin Love got 9 rebounds, but the rest of it's just a disaster. So, now for my big picture takeaway, back to Joy's question about the cryptic agenda quote. How weird is that? Ty Lue went LeBron on LeBron, because it's usually LeBron who drops the little cryptic bombshell after the game, right? And all of a sudden, the coach did. Wow.
Hold up, Skip. I don't like that. I don't like what you're trying to imply here. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm not going to imply. I'm just going to flat out state it. It's not going to be between the line. It's going to be the line.
Oh, it's in front of the line. I'm going to be able to see it.
In the 203 games that Ty Lue has now coached LeBron's team, that was the first time that the guy I've often referred to as assistant coach Lue acted like the head coach last night. Because in that sideline huddle that you spoke of, LeBron got angry at the whole team for a little while, and then all of a sudden, LeBron directed his anger, if we could see it again, at the coach.
Was it Ty Lue or Drew?
No, it was at the head coach. That's how I saw it. I thought he was pointing at the head coach. And pretty soon, the head coach and everybody else is firing back at LeBron, and finally he backed up and said, oh, okay, like that's the first time anybody's ever gone back at LeBron James. So my point is that everybody stood up to LeBron for the first time and said, well, what about you? He got asked in the huddle, what about you? What's your role in all this? And then Ty Lue cryptically skipped over the defense, which is obviously the most glaring weakness here, and went to the offense and talked about how everyone has to be on the same page and we need to share the ball. And again, he didn't stipulate, I'm not talking about LeBron James, because he got re-asked the question, you mean what? And usually he would say, no, I don't mean LeBron, obviously. I'm talking about the rest of them.
Right.
But he kept LeBron in the mix of this. So I can only wonder about what the direction of that is going. And I'm going to say this one more time. We're going to talk about Kyrie here in a little bit, about his Instagram. No, what did he?
He liked it.
He liked. That's what he did. The huddle shot, right?
Yes.
And again, I have a source very close to Kyrie who told me that a reason that Kyrie wanted out is that Kyrie came to believe that LeBron, at this point in his career, is a little more interested in his performance and his stats than winning championships.
Well, that's not what he told Jackie McMullen. He said that because the Cavaliers didn't want him, they wanted him out first. So somebody's lying. Either he lied to Jackie McMullen or that source close to Kyrie is lying.
No.
So
Well,
which is it?
That was part and parcel of this. But
okay.
Again, he's not going to say this publicly, but trust me on this, because I got the goods. I had the goods on Kevin Durant. Did I tell you? Was I not on that other show for 3 years saying Kevin Durant wants out?
Yes.
And everybody knocked me for it. And everybody's knocking me for this, and I'm right about it. So you can take it to your bank or not. You can choose not to.
I believe.
I'm just telling you that was his. It was a reason that, again, he thought they had betrayed him by at least looking for a trade for him. But in this case, there's something going on here with how they're viewing what LeBron's energy is. There's not much energy on the defensive end. So you talked yesterday. He's going to catch and pass Kareem. It's 38,000 odd points.
Yep.
He's like 9,000 odd points behind.
Correct.
Well, if he's going to do that, it's hard, man. But he's going to have to commit more and more to the offensive end. And to me, in year 16, 17, 18, less and less to the defensive end. Well, he used to be the driving force on defense.
Correct.
Now, he last night, he wasn't even the driving force on offense, although it wasn't like he took high shots and had high misses. But there's something going on here that Ty Lue doesn't like on the offensive end, which features LeBron James. And I don't know exactly what it is. It's cryptic, but there's something going on where he did not absolve LeBron of any blame.
What if the agenda that Ty Lue is speaking about is that, LeBron, are you trying to force this organization to make a trade at the trade deadline? They want to hold up because they don't know what LeBron's going to do. If he walks away, they want to have that Nets pick. Because right now, if the Cavaliers don't pick it up, the Cavaliers pick might be better than the Nets pick. So you might end up trading that one. But that withstanding, Skip, you're looking at it like this. I don't think LeBron likes this roster. He knows he's going to catch the Dickens getting out of the East with the way this roster is constructed currently, and he has no chance of beating Golden State with this roster. Zero.
I would agree with that.
Absolutely zero.
Zero chance.
He knows he needs to go get someone. Now, the DeAndre Jordan is out there. Maybe looks like the Clippers want to try to hold on to Lou Williams because he's playing unbelievable. I would like that deal, but if I could get DeAndre Jordan and Lou Williams.
DeAndre would help. I don't love what he's made of. Yeah. I don't love the fact that he can't make late-game free throws, but he is tall, and he can rebound, and he's not a great defender, but he's a very good defender.
He's a great rim protector.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, Skip. Once they beat Kevin Love or they beat the guy, there's nobody at the rim that can protect it.
Yep.
And so now, and Tristan is still trying to round back into shape. But I like DeAndre. I would like Lou Williams. And if it meant having to trade that Nets pick, the question is, Skip, are you building for the future or are you trying to win now? Because if you're building for the future, you hold on to that pick and you stand pat. Now, standing pat, which means you're probably going to go 7 games, and then it's a toss-up because you're probably not going to have home court to the Celtics. So it's going to be a toss-up at that point in time. And even if you get past them, you're not beating the Warriors with this team the way it's constructed. I'm sorry.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.